back, everybody. 247 days till No Name Nationals. If you want to do the math, 247 times 1,440 minutes. It's approximately how many minutes? We will not be doing that math today. We're going to go over. Okay, we're going to go over Black Betty list. We are going to, I'm cold. Okay, I told Dad I don't think it would be much of a use of building a fire and letting it go out from the time I leave to the time he gets here. Bump that, I'm building a fire. Warm, okay, that's the most important part. Fire. Okay. I might take a trip into town and go get some propane. Do propane. And let's see, one last thing. Find a place for the four-wheeler. Alright, so again, pretty simple. We're going to go over the list of Black Betty. We'll go over that here in just a second. We're going to build a warm fire. Okay, not just any fire. I want it to be warm. Maybe take propane tanks. There's one behind me and one in the heater over there. Maybe fill propane tanks. And we're going to find a place for the four-wheeler and the splitter. They're under Twisted Sister, under the rack right now. So, we'll figure that out. But, in the meantime, I told y'all yesterday one of my goals was I was going to make a parts list for Black Betty to get her back on the road. I think I've told you. It sounded like somebody pulled in the gravel driveway here and about mocked Jesus, so had to make sure they didn't hit anything. But I think I've told you before, the last time we tried to really drive Black Betty further than just pulling her on and off the trailers and around here at the shop, I made it approximately 100 yards and one of my wheels fell off. I don't think I forgot to tighten the lugs. We'll just say I forgot to tighten the lugs. But a few months ago, I did buy all new lug studs and new lug nuts. So I got them in a box. They're somewhere. But Black Betty just needs a little bit of love, okay? She leaks a little bit of coolant around the intake gasket. I think I told y'all about that yesterday. I got thread sealant around here all over the place, and I can just wrap it around there and torque it back down and we'll be fine. But one thing you need is, you got a nice motor like that, you got to be able to lower it on down, okay? I backed her out from up there and about went in the middle of the road and got hit a few times because my brakes, they're just not there. But it's leaking between the master cylinder and the power brake booster, which means I'm either going to need a new master or a new power booster. Might as well go ahead and replace both of them. It's a 78 model truck. She's a little older. But brake booster and master cylinder. The booster itself is $100.79. The master cylinder is $38.79. And that's on Rock Auto. If I go up to O'Reilly's up the road, just the master is about $70, $80, $90. And the booster is about $180. So I might pay a little bit on shipping and take a little bit to get here, but for $140, I can get it on Rock Auto. And they do have warranties on Rock Auto. If you have not watched the original Black Betty video, I highly encourage you to watch it. We didn't know what we were doing. It was from January last year, but we took the old motor out, put the new motor in, and the new motor, if I remember correctly, don't quote me, it was a hydraulic roller camshaft, meaning the original fuel pump lever that would go on the side of the block, the mechanical fuel pump, would not work on this motor. So I went to AutoZone and bought a little 5 to 7 psi electric fuel pump and mounted it on the passenger fender well. Yes, I'm pulling all the way from the tank to push into the carburetor. I learned later that those are better pushers than pullers, but it will do okay for now. But if I want it to go to work, or if I want to go on more of a road trip than just pitter-putting around here, which I do, I'm going to need a better fuel pump. And you hear people talk about back in the day, you got a Holly blue or a Holly red, yellow, black. It's electric fuel pumps. A Holly blue electric fuel pump is 110 gallons per hour, and it comes with a regulator, and it comes factory regulated to 9 psi. So I should be able to turn it down to about 5 or 7. That's generally speaking what a small block wants, is 5 to 7. I could run 9 with a return. I imagine it would be okay, but that is $217.95. And if I really wanted to, on Holly's website, you got a Mr. Gasket 1.5 inch fuel pressure gauge. It goes up to like 15 psi. So I could mount that gauge somewhere under the hood so I can make sure I'm regulating it correctly. And that is $26.95. So for $250-ish, I can put a nicer fuel pump on Black Betty. And realistically, while I'm at it, I would probably just go ahead and run all new lines, but we'll address that when we get there. It's not really a priority. And if you stopping and you going, you got to be able to turn. All right, this ain't NASCAR where the only thing we're doing is turning left. All right, I got to be able to turn left, right, and center. Power steering pump. It's on Rock Auto, part number 7322139. With one mounting hole. There's apparently a difference, one mounting hole or 2 mounting hole. I don't know which one I have, but I wrote down the one mounting hole is $63.89, and that's including a $15 core charge. So that means it's going to be $48-ish plus shipping. So in total, we're looking at $448.37, and that would allow me to put Black Betty just to drive it to work and back here if I wanted to, and I do. Or we can fire it up and we can drive it into town and go get it some dinner or lunch. Because on Fridays, whenever I'm not working, generally speaking, we kind of like to go down on Friday to the local diner down here, and they got steaks on special. But and we do have Never Done Project stickers to go on the side. I ordered red. Red's my color. And I think that would look good on the side of Black Betty. And at some point, it's not on the list, but at some point we're going to bed liner the underneath of the bed and on the top of the bed. She's holy. Okay, if you've not watched I left my wedding ring in the truck. Can't wear it at work. But if you've not seen the original episodes, the bed on Black Betty, she's holy. She's going to church rig. But the bed liner is a Vortec spray-on bed liner. And it will it will adhere to itself. And as long as there's like primer or something inside of the bed, I can scuff it. And it will adhere to the bed, and I will never have to worry about that rust again. I can take the bed off, hang it up, spray the inside, the underneath, and the fender wells. There has been rust repair done on the truck. Not exactly the best, but I might can clean that up, and maybe, it's not on the list, Bushwhacker fender flares. I think that would look really nice. But obviously, here soon we're going to get on the Camaros. We got to put the mini spools in. Daddy's working hard on getting his handbrake done. So appreciate y'all supporting him on that. And something I didn't even put on here is We're going to right here. Okay, fixed Dad's video from yesterday. He tried to let it upload overnight. Whenever I got here this morning, the computer was on the lock screen. So I think at some point it locked up or it crashed or something. So I tried to re-upload it and it still didn't do right. So as we speak, it's actually uploading. So we're going to fix it and we're going to get it uploaded for y'all to enjoy, hopefully. But we went over that. Let's build a fire. Y'all don't even need to see that, but thank you.
Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's already dark. It was real nice coming in here today and the fire going and the office warm. For as cold as it was, to walk in and feel the heat, that was nice. So Randy's list here. Go over Black Betty list. I assume he did that. I think that's it right there in the chair. He did good on the fire. I don't think he got the propane tanks. I called about the propane heater in the office in there, and they give me my money back, and I got to send it back. So now I got to find the box to put it all in so I can send it back. And I guess I'll go buy another one. So, but anyway. I'm gonna have to find the box for it. I don't know if I've got anything here. I'll look. Let's add that to it too. I'm sorry. Find box to but anyway, let's see. The video from last night, I don't know what happened. I did everything like I've done every one of them. Randy says it wasn't my fault, but you know, he would say that, so it didn't kind of discourage me, but I did everything the same, put it up, and then sometime during the night it goes up. But something happened last night and it froze. I had like an hour and 34 minutes left to go, and I noticed this morning when I woke up, it showed the time, and then like 3 or 4 hours later, it still showed the same time. So I knew something had happened. So I sent Randy a text and told him, you know, hey, something's wrong. He said he'd check it out, and I think he had to stop the upload. He tried it and it failed again, and he done it again, and it's been uploading since about 10, 11 o'clock, 11, somewhere around in there. He's had it, you know, been fighting it. And when I just got here and walked in there, it still showed 53 more minutes. So I don't know how it's going to work on trying to get a video put together for today. We really need another computer so that, I don't know, that's new. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know if it's because it stays, you know, we're not here like regular scheduled, and there's not heat here if we're not here. So I don't know. But anyway, we're going to check into it and see exactly what's going on, and I'm going to attempt to do it. Find a place for the 4-wheeler splitter in the building. He didn't get to that. Well, he checked it off. He told me where it would be a good idea, but it's still sitting over there, so it's not moving. But I guess he found the place. So what I'm going to try to do is make room so we can move the cars around, because I need Fireball on the lift, and we were having trouble with Twisted Sister cranking. So I don't know that it did crank, and I'm not sure we cranked it and drove it on there, but anyway, I don't know, but I'm gonna go up here and see if I can find get the truck moved around and get a place for the 4-wheeler and the splitter, so it's kind of out of sight, out of mind for right now, because I do have to split some more wood. We're getting low here at the shop. We're gonna have to have some more of that. And I got to find a box to return the heater. That's what I was just saying. Tractor Supply. We bought the heater about it's a 1023s when we bought the heater, and it just got to where it wouldn't go on high. It'll light, but it burned just low. It will not go on high. So I've got to disassemble it, find the box. I got a return label, and as soon as I give it to UPS, they will issue me a Tractor Supply gift card so I can buy another one. So hopefully I can get that figured out and get it in a box and get it back to UPS so I can get my money and get another heater, because that heater being in that big off ice was nice. So I'm gonna see if I can get those two, and if that video is done, I'll try to get another video going. And when we got internet here, we got 3 boxes to fit the whole, because it's 8,000 square foot and it stretches on up. You know, it's not a big square, it stretches on up the hill. So right now we're not in the weld shop that often, so we're down here. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I believe I'm gonna bring the box out of the weld shop and I'm gonna put it down here in this room, so we can, our phones and everything can go to it, and maybe the internet for that box in the office can just be for the computer being uploaded. We are out in the middle of nowhere, so we don't have good internet. I think we've purchased the highest speed that we can have out in the boondocks where we are, and so I guess we got the high speed out here, but it's not like it is at our fiber optic at home. It would have already been done a long time ago. But anyway, that might be something else I'll try to do. I don't know. I don't have a lot of time in the afternoons when I come in here. Randy did save me some time by having the fire going. All I had to do was throw a couple pieces in. But anyway, that's what I'm going to try to do. 247 days, No Name National. I got one step closer today to purchasing the truck. I have not went and looked at the truck. I got my eyes on it, and but I do have the funds now for the truck. I secured that today, so it's just going to look at the truck, and is the truck going to do what I want to do, and am I going to be able to convert it to the RV? I was on the phone a lot today trying to figure out exactly what I got to do to convert it to an RV, because it's not going to be a commercial use up and down the road. I talked to my insurance, and I've kind of got the path I need to go. So hopefully, if everything goes right, I'll go look at the truck this weekend, and if I've got all my ducks in a row, we might be able to do something, and that would be nice. It would be very nice to be able to make that next step, but we shall see. So like I said, 247 days, No Name National. Randy did get on his list. Just one thing he didn't get to do, I might put the propane tanks on my truck so they'll be at the house. He can pick them up and fill them up on his way in. Make room for so we can move the cars around and see if there's a box here for that heater. And we'll go that route and see what happens, and I'll work on the video if that other video gets done. So remember, like, subscribe, comment. We love to hear from you. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, I skipped putting the monkey suit on. I just threw this coat on and got up there and started moving some stuff around, and thought, I'll at least show you what I'm doing. So anyway, I think there was some stuff right over here. I think I moved it over, and I think if I clean it up a little bit, I think the four-wheeler comes straight in, and I can pull it in here. Here's all the mess, there's doors and stuff, all that right there. I don't think that's going to be any good. I'm going to get it out of here and at least get it over there in the edge of the wood, edge of the building. So that'll be out of here, and maybe I can get a hopper in here and throw some of this away. These barrels and stuff can come out of here. So this whole section actually, and there's a section over there Randy's been working on. If we get this area cleaned up, the truck the XBs, the four-wheelers, the Toyota, they'll all go in here. This is a pretty good sized room. We can get little XBs, you can just about stack them on top of each other. I'm about sure the two XBs will go right here. Or a red truck on the other side, and then the four-wheeler and the Toyota, I think, could just pull right straight in here. So, like I said, it's just taking time to do it. So I'm gonna set you up right here while I move a little bit of this, and then maybe I'll raise that door and set the four-wheeler fit in here. So let's put you right here, like that right there. And maybe I'll talk to you a little bit as I'm doing it, trying to figure out. And again, I apologize. We did do Randy did some research today, and the problem we're having in the mics that was purchased, they were bought when we were using our cell phones before we bought the 360 cameras and the GoPro. So they do work on the tablet and they do work on the GoPros. I mean on the cell phones, but it takes another part for them to work on the 360 and Randy's GoPro. So we done some work, research today, or like I said, I keep saying we, Randy, and I think we found a set we're going to try to buy, so we'll have mic on as we're talking. So like I said, just bear with us. We are getting this. We grabbed this big old line by the tail, and we're holding on for dear life right now. So hold with us while we do this whirlwind. We're going to do this, and we're going to make it. So anyway, I'm sure that the motor that was sitting over, that's probably what it was for. So they had intentions on running just a little dump. There's another one here somewhere. I'll be right back with you. I'm gonna walk right over here and put this where all the motor parts has been going so far. I told y'all there was another one, and there was. It's already over where the motor parts are, so we had already found one and carried it over. We just hadn't made it to that one. Like I said, all this mess here that we're gonna carry out. I'll have to wait till we're both here to do that, because this kind of looks like it's heavy. Got a bed frame here. Might not be a bad idea. I can make some head posts and foot posts and get me a bed here and just slide over here and start sleeping here. I'm not above it now, I'll tell you. When I tell y'all this is about the way I want it to be. I wanted to do this for a long time. There is a mixture of parts up here, of car parts and four-wheeler parts. So right now there's a three-wheeler frame sitting over in the corner. And if y'all watched for a while, y'all know there's a death trap right over there that they put a three-wheeler on, or they made it a three-wheeler in a go-kart. So I'm putting all the ATV stuff in one spot, and then the motor stuff in another, trying to kind of get it organized so we can kind of know what we got. Because there is a bunch of stuff here, and if you're a hoarder, a lot like me, it's good, but if you know what you got, you know where you put it, you remember it. But us coming in here and somebody else running the place, we have no idea what the man had. We're just finding it as we go. Like for instance, I just told Randy today, I didn't want a 55-gallon drum. I wanted a small one, about like a 30, 33 gallon. to put oil in for my oil burner. Well, right there sits one, and I don't know if you can see it, but right there sits one, and I hadn't even realized it. So I've got one for what I was looking for. I just got to move it down there and put my oil in it. And I mean, put a spout in it so my oil will come out. See, there's another. I'm not sure that's a 3-wheeler part. It's a. I guess the header they come off the head. I'm gonna put it over here. That looks like a linkage to a transmission. Right there. I'll show this. See what I'm taking here. I'll be right back. I gotta get a broom. I don't know what this was, but I just cut it. It's probably a lifeline or something. Y'all do know, if it wasn't so cold, I'd have the door open and I'd leaf blow all this out. I believe I can get the 4-wheeler in right there. So I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay. Now, that gets that in here. That'll free up space down there. Let's see if we can go down there and maybe get Twisted Sister fired up. Come on, Fireball! Save a little bit of the heat. I'm not 100% sure Twisted Sister's gonna fire up. I'm gonna let the Fireball run for just a minute. Alright, I went and fired the air compressor up because the tires that's on the front of Twisted Sister, we bought those just to burn out. They're dry rotted, and when we bought this car, we just put them on the front so all three cars would match with Corvette wheels. So the tire's flat on the other side. One of the things I plan on doing, I was going to do it at Caraway Saturday, but of course it got snowed out and it was rescheduled for this Friday. And of course, Randy's got to work Friday, and now my Friday I've got to go do something, so we're not going to be able to make the event Friday night. So, but those tires are going to come off and they're going to go on the back of Fireball because they're dry rotted. They ought to make good smoke, and about one night of fun, and I won't have to worry about that tire going flat anymore. This is nice right here now. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to fire. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to stop us right here. I may have to move this car up a little bit more. It's real close to the door. But, all right, I got it moved around. That way we can work on the brakes and get underneath and see what we got to do to this one to finalize the brake on it. That shouldn't take a lot. It shouldn't take very long now at all. So, let me see what I got going on, and I'll be with you in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Make room to move the cars around. As you've seen, I cleaned the area up there, and that's what I'm talking about. It won't take much to get some of that stuff out of the way. It's just taking the time to get up there and do it. What I really need to do is take a day or half a day and jack the truck up, find out why that back right tire is locked up so it moves a little freely. Fix that, and then that way we can roll the truck out, get it out of the way, and then we can, like I said, get the tractor hooked to the trailer, and I can pull in there. We can load all that mess up and get it out of there and over there along the building to the scrap pile. That's where a lot of that stuff's gonna go. And like I said, it's just gonna take a little bit of time. And you've seen, you know, like I said, it's dark, and it didn't take me very long to do what I've done to get the four-wheeler in. I got it up, moved out from under the car rack, and I got it up there beside the red truck, and I've got it locked and secured now. So that part's done. I did, as you've seen, I didn't even know, last time we messed with Twisted Sister, didn't want to fire, which Twisted Sister is hard to crank, but if it's got gas, it usually fires up decent. It just takes a little bit longer on cranking on it. I think it needs a tune. Whoever did the motor in it, I think they put a cam in it or something, and it just needs a little fine tuning. But there is something on the gas tank on Twisted Sister that there was a rotten hose, and you can smell gas, and if you put more than about 5 gallons in it, it spills back out. So I don't know if I've talked about it in one of the other videos, but Randy and I have decided, since that's going to be our drift car, and we're going to find a small external tank just to go in the trunk, and we'll take the other tank out. That way we can, because I'm sure there's, like I said, I smell gas. I know we replaced one rotten line on it, and well, Randy did, and we're just going to take that tank out, which is not a bad idea for what we do, because the tank is right behind the tires, and we do get the cars pretty hot on the burnouts. So might be something we look into all three, but I know we're going to do it on Twisted Sister. And as you see, it didn't take long at all. It fired right up. And Fireball, when it gets cold, you see how it just, you know, now if it's warm, if it's a warm day or something, as soon as you hit the key, once we got that car running when we bought it, every time we hit the key, that thing fires. It runs. I mean, we can't ask for no more out of that car. But when we done ever since we caught it on fire, or I say ever since I caught it on fire, it burnt something in making, it's got to be something with the sensors on it, because that's what, it's it's letting cold air in or something. I don't really know exactly all about that. But as you've seen, Twisted Sister fired right up, pulled it off, pulled it in over here, and I think, you know, a little close. I believe it hit you a little bit, but, and it was good for Fireball to sit out and run a little bit, and I got them two moved over. So now, I don't have time to work on it today, but now I am set that if maybe tomorrow when I come in, I can drill the hole. I got to fold the carpet back, drill the hole, and then I can raise it up and angle it down. That way I can see where I need to, if I need to run it on over to where it was at and leave that line, or if I need to move that line. But like I said, we're closer. So I did move the cars around. I got that. I got the four-wheeler up there where it needs to be, and it's all locked up and secure. I did look for a box. There's not a box here big enough for that, for the tank, the heater. So tomorrow, on my journeys around our track and everything, I'll see if I can find a box that's big enough we can put that in, and I can get that box back up and sent. Maybe I can get it boxed back up tomorrow or something, and we can get the shipping label, and Randy, we can get him to pick it up Friday while Randy's here. So, pretty well, no more time than I've messed with it. I got the tire pumped up on Twisted Sister, got it moved around. The tire was flat on Randy's car, so I put air in it. So, pretty good for no longer than I've been here, and it being dark and cold. It really helped, that fire being in there, you know, I come in, it was warm. Remember, 248 days until No Name National. Get on your projects. Let's see if we can get them things going. And like I said, every day is one less day, and we're getting them ready to go. It don't look like it. It looks like we're spinning our wheels. We're spending too much time on life. But if you take small steps like I did today, that will kind of lay it out for a good day. So even if you're not interested, you know, I want to say this: if you're not interested in No Name Nationals, I understand. But I know that if you're watching this, you've got projects and you want to get on them, go get on them. Let's make yourself happy, because nobody else is going to. But anyway, 247 days, No Name Nationals. I appreciate it. I think the agenda went pretty good for today, so I may take the tanks home, like I said, and leave them at the house. Randy can pick them up because he lives pretty close to where we do. Now, remember, like, subscribe, and comment. Love to hear from you. Love to hear from you. I enjoy the comments and seeing them. Usually Randy does the answering, but every once in a while I'll jump in there and answer one. But I do love to hear from you. Thank you.